So I decided to pick up the pace a little bit on these videos. Not like in the gameplay necessarily, but in the uploading and like editing them together, because I really want to start a hard mode playthrough. And so yeah, that's where we're at. Also, we chose fruit bats because if you know me, I like gambling, and fruit bats feel like gambling with really big payoffs sometimes. So that's what we'll do there. And yeah, anyway, so we're gonna probably upload maybe more frequently and try and fit a couple more days together. And then that way we can get into the hard mode playthrough, which I've talked about a little bit. It's gonna basically be all the hardest settings in the game on the Riverland farm, just because the farming space is so small, and then with like a couple other stipulations. So we'll get into that later on, but for now let's just jump into this. I bought the pufferfish and a rare seed as well as honey, mostly for the community center, but the rare seed is because we'll need them later on, so I might as well do it now, because I'll need to give the dude in the forest, whose name I never know, I'll need to give him one, and I'll need to sell one for the rare fruits or whatever. Or what is it called? Doesn't matter. Sweet gemberry? There you go. Anyway, I don't know what else we're going to do today. We're going to go to the mines because we need to do some sprinkler stuff. And then, other than that, we're kind of in a good spot when it comes to the farm like running on its own once we have those sprinklers out. And so we won't have to really worry about watering or anything that goes on there. And we can focus more on making money to get to the caverns, to get things like fully into the swing. And once we do that, I'll probably spend a lot less time doing like full days. Like I won't go to the caverns for a full day. I will just like get goals done and like go to bed, you know, like kind of just take it a little easier and get into the summer and like fall. I don't know. Fall is the season that drags the most for me, because you end up planting like so many pumpkins, and the harvests take like, I don't know, it feels like 20 minutes to do. I don't know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All I'm trying to say is I basically won't be doing like super intensive full days. Like I'll just go to bed at like 10 and it'll be fine. And yeah, it's kind of weird because like I want to make this farm to achieve perfection, but I don't want to like spend the next 3 months doing it, because that's kind of like the pace we're on right now, and that's a pretty long time for like a reintroduction. And so yeah, so we're gonna switch things up a little bit. I've been trying to decide with the hard mode if I should do like, I kind of want to do it like upload every day and just never do any editing to the videos, just completely uncut, and see how that feels. I don't know, that's just like something that popped into my head. Either way, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever record one of these when I am not like just feeling completely exhausted. It would be a much different environment. Or if I recorded one at like noon as opposed to early in the morning. Anyway, so we got a pretty decent amount of iron. But we neglected the copper a bit. We have a lot of furnaces going, so once we have the copper, it will be like pretty fast. I mean, we have 13 sprinklers, which is good, but we'll have to spend the rest of the day just resetting floor 21 and hoping we find a decent amount of nodes. And if not, like I said, we'll just have a little extra watering to do. This is one of my favorite Stardew songs. It's one I never hear, because I never played Junimo Kart. But I think it's like, I don't know what level it's even in. I want to say it's like the mushroom. It's called Gem Sea Giant, but I don't know what that means. I've played Junimo Kart like 2 times or 3 times. It's not my strong suit, I guess. I don't know how some people are so good at it. And this song like doesn't fit the vibe of that game at all. Oh man, it's hard to place the sprinklers when you can't see anything. That's why I usually try and do like the paths if I don't have the glow ring. So you can just walk around and like hold A or X or whatever, or click. So yeah, so we only have like 7 spots that we have to deal with. There's 6, I guess, if we make a sprinkler now. But we also need those bars for the community center if we haven't donated them yet. So, yeah, either way. I'll probably upload this one on Friday. You're probably seeing this on Friday instead of Monday. Just because I had a little extra time to record stuff. And then we'll be back to like maybe 3 days next week, maybe 4, I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Gotta pet the cat. And then we have another day of no rain. And then we'll pick minor, as always. That's another thing about that hard mode run I'm doing, is like picking the opposite thing of what I normally pick will be really awful and make it exceptionally hard. And I didn't really think of it being that bad until like you actually look at some of the skills you would take instead. Like for farming, for example, I'll have to take rancher, and I never do anything with animals. So chances are it'll be a completely unutilized skill. Like I just will never utilize the value of being a rancher or a coop master or whatever it's called. But I am excited about that playthrough. I think it'll be a good time. It'll be a good like change of pace, because I won't be able to do like I'll do a little bit of fishing probably, but it won't be worth anything. Like it's not worth the time because of the massive decrease in profit. I'll probably spend a lot more time in the mines and doing bulletin board quests because the value of those is so much higher. So, alright, yeah, see right away, like, we got a huge payoff from the cave. Like, it's not huge, it's just cherries, but the cherries are pretty valuable for the artisan bundle. But yeah, today we have, man, I say but yeah all the time. Today we have the spring thing, what's it called? The flower festival? Nope. Egg hunt, there you go. So we'll have to do that because we need some strawberries. I'm only going to buy a little bit of strawberries. I don't need my whole farm covered in them, but I just need them for shipping, and I don't know, they'll take up a little bit of space and they're somewhat valuable, so I might as well grab them. And then I'll do the actual egg hunt because it's easy and you get a cool hat. That's it, really. Oh, I'm yawning. Sorry. I like a nice yawn into a stretch. That feels nice. Oh yeah, we're back into a copper grind. This dagger is like, it's good, but it's kind of, I'm getting a little bit sick of it. Just because you have to be so close to people to use it. I would really like to have like obsidian edge or any of the swords at this point. Like ideally a bone sword, which I don't think I have. The bone sword I think is the best weapon in the game. Aside from like, oh sorry, it's the best like early weapon because you get it on floor 70 and it's super fast and it has like the right amount of knockback so the enemies don't go shooting super far away, but they can't really get to you either. Oh, I do have one. I don't know why I'm not using it. I really should be. I guess I'm just using the dagger. Either way, I like the bone sword more. Dagger, I guess, is better for like if you want to kill something super fast. You can use the charge move or whatever for it. But yeah, we're gonna head down. I can never remember if it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or 2 o'clock you have to be at the festival by. So I'm just going a little bit early. I don't want to miss it. Even though, I don't know, even though if I did, it would be fine. I still have another year. And there's nothing else to buy. I always confuse this one with the flower festival too. Or I always confuse like where you're going to get the rare crow from. And it's the flower festival, not this one. And I also need a recipe from that festival, so we'll have to go. Which is another, like, it's a big loss, like a big day loss for a perfection file. On a true min-max run for just money, you would never do any of this stuff. But if you're trying to complete other goals, you kind of have to. I always take the same exact path. It's like foolproof way to win. It doesn't really matter how many eggs you get. I think as long as you get over 12 or maybe even 11, and then you'll win. It kind of, I don't know. It feels unfair because you're like playing against children, but there's a lot of morally dubious stuff in this game, so this is probably one of the least offensive ones. And yeah, so I got my cool hat, which I usually wear. I think I'll probably wear it again. I don't know why I wouldn't. And we have the rest of our sprinklers placed. So we can plant our strawberries. I think we have 2 days to plant them to get 2 harvests. You don't have to plant them tonight. You can do it, I think, by the 15th. And it's the same value. So we'll get to that eventually, probably when it's lighter out. And we might have to make, because everything is so like freshly planted, we'll have to make a couple more sprinklers for it. But again, we'll do that when it's daytime and not kind of the darkness. The dark, it's just like, I guess I could put torches up, but it's not that fun to work in the dark. You just can't see what you're doing. So yeah, that's a pretty chill day. Like, didn't really get much done, but I didn't expect to, just with the festival. We didn't sell anything or do much of anything. Oh, we did upgrade our axe. Must have missed that. Or I didn't, and I forgot about it. But we have our axe, so we'll get that. And we probably will upgrade it one more time if we can get enough money to do so. Otherwise, we'll just cut down some of the stumps around town. Or not around town, why do I say that? Around the farm. I'm just kind of thinking of like what else I could do to be like the most efficient without just fishing. But I know it is raining tomorrow, so I know what that means already. If our luck is bad, we'll definitely be fishing. So I've been neglecting catfish quite a bit. And so we'll need to eventually catch up with that. I can put it off for as long as I want. But the fact is I have to do it. And we're just killing time right now. Just kind of killing some time before we get our axe. And then we'll roll over to Clint's and get rolling, I guess. We'll probably hit the mines again. Just because we need to. I like this song a lot too. This guy, his name's Chris Hogan. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. He just makes a lot of like license-free YouTube music that you can just use for free and without like having to. I guess like technically you don't have to post any type of attribution or say anything. But I don't know. He makes like really relaxing music. I've seen a couple other people use his stuff. And I use his stuff pretty frequently, I would say. If it's not Stardew music or my own, it's probably this dude. It's just like, I don't know. It seems like a cool living to like make, I don't know, stock music, I guess. Like assuming you have a studio at your house and all the instrumentation and the talent to do it, it would be a lot of fun. Like I wouldn't mind doing that as a career if I had better use of my hands again to play instruments. Because I probably haven't picked up a guitar in like maybe 2 years, I guess. Just because I can't get my fingers to like do the proper like fingering on the frets, right? So there's not much value to it. At least for now. Hopefully in a few months that'll be a different story. But it would just be a cool job. You just kind of like sit down. I assume they just like probably have a huge backlog they can feed out to customers, or are given like a little prompt and work based on that. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like a super stressful lifestyle that's awful. I have no clue. And yeah, so we didn't upgrade the axe again. We didn't have the cash, so we are just gonna hit the mines again. We got some extra kale seeds because we will need them once again. And other than that, it's just a chill day. Well, I think we're gonna make our way towards floor 115 like we normally do, and smelt in between. But again, we don't want to go to 120 yet. It just doesn't make sense. It makes all the enemies, I think it's either 50% more HP or 100% more HP, and they do more damage. So if I decide I want to farm the dust sprites for whatever reason, I'll have a much harder time doing it if I've gotten to the bottom of the mines. I don't know if I'll do any dust sprite farming. Or at least, I mean, not yet. I'll probably do it once I have like better weapons, but because I'm not in much of a rush, I don't have to do it like right now. And so that may not even be an issue to worry about. I ended up getting to 95 through a staircase. It just wasn't like, things were not progressing as quickly as I would have liked them to be. So I sort of gave up, burned some stone just to get through. And so I got Obsidian Edge finally. I don't know if I'll use it. Ah man, I'm being stubborn. I'm just like sticking to that dagger for some reason. Oh well, you can't really do anything about the past, I guess. And then yeah, we're, I guess, farming more copper and bugs. There's really no reason for what I'm doing right now. I have everything I need. I don't need copper. If anything, I need iron for upgrades and gold for sprinklers later on. Copper's kind of doesn't matter right now, so I don't know what I'm doing. That's it. We're gonna bail. We're gonna go home. It's early-ish, but I don't know. Maybe we still have some time for random things. We can chop these stumps. Maybe knock out the construction bundle, which is hardwood, wood, and stone. And that way we can open up the mine carts. That wouldn't be the worst use of time. And I think we have enough time to do it. So maybe not an early night after all. And I think I have everything I need. Do I? Yeah, I think I have everything I need for minecarts. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just make a trip to the community center. If we don't make it back in time to sleep, it's fine. It doesn't actually matter because we don't have any money. So we won't really be penalized. But yeah, this is a good use of time. I am happy with this. And we can donate just about everything to clear out our junk. We have so much junk in our inventory. And the minecarts will be super helpful for just not burning an hour here and there. And I'll speed this up as usual. I think apples are going to be the worst part of the run as usual for the community center. Apples are always like the most frustrating part. You can hope for like getting a ton of apples from the bat cave, but it almost never happens. And it's probably like the part that slows you down the most, aside from red cabbage, if you have bad luck. But I don't think any of that'll matter. I'm yawning again. I don't think any of that'll matter for the first year completion. Unless it just doesn't happen. It's very possible that by trying to be a little more relaxed, I forget like little details I need to focus on, and I end up not completing the community center in year one. I guess it would be bad. It wouldn't be anything. It'd be fine. So I don't know. I'm not worried about it. It's just something that could happen. And I don't know why I put that rock there. It shouldn't be there. I was trying to decorate, but I failed. I don't ever use any of the museum rewards. They're all mostly, well, except the bear. I like the bear statue. I was gonna say the rewards are kind of tacky, but the giant wooden bear statue is pretty tacky too, and I really like that, so I use it pretty frequently. And there we go, there's our little friends fixing that up. And we're all finished up. So I will see y'all next time.